Okay, so morning everyone. Just check. Okay. How are you today? Is it good? Okay. Today we want to change to the new topic. It's just the balance of payment. Even though it's a new topic, however, we have four groups presented this topic before. So it's quite familiar with all of you. So during these lectures, I will ask you some questions, and of course, you will have an opportunity to have a bonus. For the balance payment, we will study today. I have lecture 13. Yeah, 13. On next Tuesday, we will have other presentation session. Yeah. So next Tuesday presentations for the next four groups, and for this topic we study today and next Thursday. Okay. For the balance of payment, we want content of this following objective. We want understand some basic content of the balance payment of a country, and understand the relationship of the sub-account in the balance payment. BOP stands for balance of payments, everyone. Yeah. And also we will meaning. I hope that after studying these lectures, you can understand the meaning of the POP surplus and deficit, and also we in the final part of this topic is the approaches to the POP. We will study some theories. If we have enough time, we will study two, but if we don't have enough time, we just study one theory. This is one approach to the POP. And now we want to start with the first one. First part is this definitions. Okay. For the references, you can read the book International Finance of the Professor Nguyễn. He published International Finance in both Vietnamese and also English. But for the English version, I guess you can get English versions. It is published a few years ago. For the latest versions of English, International Finance of Professor Nguyễn, it was published by international publishing house. So I'm not sure you can get it because they are selling international market and published by the publishing house, international publishing house. But for the English versions of International Finance book, which was published a few years ago, you can go to the bookshop and you can buy it. And also you can read Multinational Business Finance of Kate Pim. Just I asked you again, and just I introduced you on the first lecture. Now, yeah, that is the outline of our lectures. First of all, definitions, and then basic structure of the POP, the relationship of the sub-account in the POP, and recording of the transaction in the POP, adjustment for the POP, and the final part is approaches to the POP. That's the sixth part of these lectures, which will be covered today and next Thursday. Yeah, next Thursday. Now we start with the first part. Is a definition. Yeah, it's a definitions. Always, as always, we will start with the definitions. Yeah. Exactly, there's many definitions of the POV, many definitions of POV. Vietnam also have definitions of POV for the foreign exchange. It's a degree on the foreign exchange of the Vietnam. Also, there's many definitions, other many definitions as well. But we will follow the definitions of the IMF. Yeah. Here is there's some definitions such as the balance of payment is the record of the amount of money paid by the reporting country to the foreign countries and conversely during a given time period. Yeah. The key word here is the amount of money. It is record the amount of money, not volume, not quantity. Not volume, not quantity. Yeah, everyone. For example, when we export or when we import, they will record the amount of money, not the volume, not the quantity. For example, we export maybe 10,000 tons of rice, but they don't report 10,000 tons of rice, but they will report the value. They will report the value of the 10,000 tons of rice. Yeah, and also the other keyword here is the during a given time period. During the given time period. Time period here is usually is 1 year. Usually is 1 year, but they also have the period of the quarter. For example, I will show you a real example of the POV, which is reported by a quarterly, which is reported quarterly. Okay, and also other transaction and other definitions such as the statistical record of the transaction between the reporting country with the rest of the world, reflecting amount of money paid to a foreign country or paid by a foreign country during a given time period, usually 1 year. Usually 1 year. Okay. Here is the definitions of the IMF for the balance payment manual. Because we need to follow the definitions of IMF, because every country in the world follow the instruction of the IMF to report and also to record the transaction in POV. And according to the manual, the balance payment manual of the IMF, I'm sorry, there is still the word Vietnamese here is according to IMF. Okay, guys. So according to IMF, sorry, still missing word. Okay, so according to IMF, balance payment is a statistical record of all economic transactions. It's economic transactions between the reporting country and the rest of the world during a given time period. It is a very concise definitions. Yeah. It is between a reporting country and the rest of the world. And here is economic transaction. It means that all economic transaction happened during a given time period. Is it a quarter or is it a year? Between a reporting country and the rest of the world. For example, the reporting country is Vietnam, and we wait. And the balance payment in Vietnam, we record all the economic transaction between Vietnam and all over the world. Yeah, all other countries in the world. Yeah, in a given time period. And for this, for all the definitions, we need to make. And all the definitions we need to clarify. Yeah, the economic transaction mainly between resident and non-resident. And here is the question for you. According to Vietnam law, according to Vietnam law, who are resident and who are non-resident? Yeah. Who are resident and who are non-resident? You need to search and answer me. Yeah. According to Vietnam law, yeah, who are resident and who are non-resident? Because why? We need to clarify resident and non-resident? Because just transaction between resident and non-resident are reported in POB. The transaction between resident and resident are transaction between resident and resident reported in POB. Yes or no? Do you understand my questions? Yeah. Okay, so are transaction between Vietnamese resident and Vietnamese resident reported in POB? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? The transaction between Vietnamese resident and Vietnamese resident reported in POB. Yes or no? Yes or no? Who say yes? Raise your hands. Who answer no? Raise your hands, please. Who say no? Raise your hand, please. And other student, you don't raise your hand for yes and you don't say for no. So what is your answer? Images in the exam, we just have the questions and we just have to answer. A is yes and B is no and C is fail. Fail exam, 0 mark for the exam. And what you choose? You choose C. You use to yes. And guys, Linh, you are Linh? Yeah. And what answer you choose?
No.
You said no, but why you didn't raise your hands? You're still thinking. And no? You said no? Okay. Who said yes? You choose yes, and why?
I think like the resident in Vietnam, the resident of Vietnam can also go to foreign country and maybe do transaction with a person in Vietnam. So I think it can be yes.
It can be yes. Thank you very much. But the answer is exactly no. No, no, and no. Yeah, because here, come back with the definitions. This is an economic transaction between reporting country and the rest of the world. Yeah, as this is between the resident and non-resident. Non-resident. You say about the foreigner. You say about the foreigner living in Vietnam or Vietnamese people living in the foreign country. Yeah, of course that's right. But that's why we need to clarify who are resident and who are non-resident. Okay, who are non-resident. Now, that is your questions. According to Vietnamese law, who are resident and who are non-resident? 5 minutes for all of you. 5 minutes for all of you. And then I will call someone randomly.